I'm Little Froggy, and here is my Froggy Stuff mashup. We know that space can be an issue, so we picked out a few of our favorite folding doll rooms that are easy to store. From a barn to a haunted house, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Halloween is right around the corner, and we need a backdrop fast. Oh, why do I always do this? Why do I always wait to the last minute? Don't worry, Sophie. We can handle this. All we need is poster board, scrapbook paper, stickers, and glue. I start by taking a poster board and lay it so it is 22 inches by 28. Mark and measure the desired height of the room, and for me that is 14 inches. Fold it on the line drawn, then fold it in half. Open it up, cut on the center fold, stopping in the middle, so when the bottom ends are folded over, it makes a corner room. Make more than one and glue them together on one side. I have glued together a total of 3 poster boards, giving me 3 rooms. Or should I say backdrops, because the first one is going to be outside. On the common wall, draw doors and windows, cut them out, and remember to always have adult supervision when working with sharp objects. I left the door attached on one side so it can swing open and close. Begin to cover the poster board with scrapbook paper. I started with a scrapbook paper that looked like trees. I added wood for a fence. I found paper that looks like worn siding, and I'm going to put that around the windows and door. I left a little space going around them. And since the paper meets in the corner, I left a small space to avoid the bend. That way we can fold it up without the paper curling. I am covering the door with a turquoise wood grain. Use strips of paper for trim. Cut another piece of poster board. Cover with a grass print paper. I use a brick paper for a walkway. Place it in the corner room to look like the front of an old house. Now let's start on the next room. Hello? Is anyone there? Nope. Just an empty room. Now we are in the second folding doll room. I begin covering the walls with ornate printed paper. Cover the floor, add trim to finish the room. Now we can go through this doorway to the third room. Cover the walls with paper. This time I'm using a black and gray print. Add a floor and trim just as before. Since these are folding doll rooms, we want everything to be as flat as possible for easy storage. So we can add our printable bookcase. For a little detail, on a piece of cardstock, sketch the legs and top of a table, including tabs at the bottom and at the top. Cut it out. Trace the front and legs onto a piece of cardstock. Cut it out without any tabs. Fold on the lines drawn. Glue the tab onto the wall, glue the second set of legs underneath, then glue the tabs under the front legs to the floor to make a table that can hold lightweight items like a doll book, and it folds up for easy storage. We found some stickers that we can use for artwork on the wall. Cut leftover poster board into thin strips, cover with paper to make planks of wood. Glue them across the window. I glue some of our fall leaves to the ground so the house looks abandoned, making it the perfect place for a ghoul to live. So move in your favorite Creeptastic doll accessories or handmade items from previous videos. And when playtime is over, everything folds up for easy storage. Decorate the outside with scrapbook paper, cut paper into triangles to make a banner, add stickers to create another backdrop for the dolls. And you're done. Happy crafting!
No, you wouldn't take what's not yours. If you know who I am, when the night will fall, I'll haunt your dreams. Little by little, piece by piece.
In our one take folding dollhouse, we made a very simple doll rooms that can be made in under 30 minutes. So now we are going to slow it down and show step by step how we made it. Using poster board, scrapbook paper, an X-Acto knife, scissors, paper cutter, and remember to always have adult supervision when working with sharp objects. And we need glue. I start by folding the poster board in half. And I'm going to use the back of my scissors to make a really good crease. Now here is my crease, and I am going to fold it in half again, dividing the poster into 4 parts. Depending on the height of the doll, I can make the walls using the long side or the shorter side. The shorter side could work for a Bratz and a La La Loopsy girl, and it would give them a larger room. However, I am going to make this for a Barbie, so I need to use the taller side. So then I open it up, and these are going to be the walls. So I'm going to push them back over there. Then on this end, I'm just going to cut straight up the middle to the center point. This will allow me to overlap them and create the room. Yeah, so this is white paper on a white background. So we're going to show this one more time. This time, I'm going to make it for a smaller doll using some cardstock scrapbook paper. So I fold it in half, then I fold it again, dividing the paper into 4 pieces. Easy peasy. Cut on the folded line to the center point, then overlap the pieces to make a room. Now nothing has been glued down because we want to be able to fold this up when not in use. For my poster board room, I have a little extra on the side. So I bend it up to make a crease, then trim off the excess. Now it's time to add some flooring and wallpaper. This is the fun part! I usually like doing a wood print or something pretty natural on the floor. And for the walls, I usually go with something pretty basic like a white brick, so that it's a very neutral set that I can use with a lot of different dolls. However, since this room is so easy to make, I can get bold with the wallpaper because I can make multiple rooms and store them all away easily. Wow, that's a lot of ponies. To cover it, I'm going to open it up and glue the scrapbook paper onto each floor panel. Just add a little glue, then the paper. And I like to fold the paper over the edge to give it a nice clean look. Repeat on the other side. When covering the walls, I like to start in the center so the paper doesn't curl when I bend it. And so that I don't overwhelm the room with pattern, I like to pair it with the solid. Cut strips of paper, glue them on for trim, making sure to avoid the bottom crease, and complete the basic room. Since this is made of poster board, the walls are a little floppy. However, adding the scrapbook paper does make them a little stronger. And we can take it a step further by gluing a second one onto one side, creating 2 corner rooms. Then I can use an X-Acto knife to cut out a large rectangle, fold a strip of paper in half, then glue it over the edge to make a doorway. And it still folds up for easy storage. We can use 2 to make the rooms larger, and I'm just going to use a clip to hold them together. And since the walls are so tall, you won't see the clip in the photos. And we'll just have to use something to cover that seam. Can you stand right here for me? Right there. Great, thanks. And in addition to making doorways, we can also make windows. We made an outside scene on this corner room, so we can have lots of different spaces for our dolls to play. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
Just right what I needed. Take me there. We can drive away. Oh yeah. Listen to the midnight radio. Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio.
On the Frog blog, Little Froggy and I made last-minute Valentine's Day cards. Only it was turned into a challenge and there was a time limit. So I felt totally rushed. In the video, I made a pop-out bed. Now we are going to take our time and try it again. Using 2 pieces of white poster board, our poster board measures 22 inches by 28 inches. Scrapbook paper, an X-Acto knife, and a ruler, and remember to always have adult supervision when working with sharp objects. And glue. I start by folding my poster board in half, and then in half again, open it completely, cut on the center fold up to the center, to make our basic folding room. I know this can be a little hard to see since it is a white poster board on a white background, so I'm going to show it again using a piece of colored paper. First, fold it in half, then fold it in half again, open it up, cut down the fold to the center to make our basic folding doll room. Now you can remove one of the floors. However, I find that it helps to give the walls a little more support. So all I'm going to do is just trim the excess that hangs over on one side. Then place the shorter floor underneath to give it a cleaner edge. And we are about to make the fold-out bed, and I want to make sure there is enough space at the bottom. We can just pretend like this is a partial doorway into another room. Now, let's open up the room and lay it flat. Decide on the height of the bed. For our 10 to 12 inch dolls, I'm going to use 2.5 inches. But for the demonstration, I am going to use just 1 inch. Starting at the crease in the paper, measure up and draw a line for the height of the bed. Move the ruler over for the width and make a mark. Decide on the length of the bed, and this should be at least the same length as the doll. Starting at the top of the line drawn, draw a line to the needed length. Draw a line across the bottom, add another rectangle to the bottom that is the same size as the rectangle over the crease. Use an X-Acto knife and cut only the lines going down the sides so it can be lifted up. Make a crease at the top, at the end of the bed, and at the bottom. Test it out to make sure everything can lay flat for the pop-out bed. Repeat to make a smaller one for a side table or nightstand. Take a second poster board or piece of paper, line up the edges and glue it to the back wall. Allow the glue to dry completely before continuing so you don't accidentally glue down the pop-up bed. Carefully apply glue to the back, then glue it in place. Trim off the excess, and I trimmed just a little extra down the side to make sure that it is easy to close. Refold on the lines to make the basic room. Now I am going to repeat all of these steps onto my poster board, and I just finished cutting out the bed and nightstand. I want the furniture to have a wood grain finish. So on the outer poster, I marked the areas that need to be covered, cover them with scrapbook paper, then glue the 2 pieces of poster board together, just as before, to make the bed, nightstand, and walls. I want the bed to be able to hold the weight of my doll, so I need to give it more support. So I take the leftover poster board, cut 2 rectangles the same size as the top of the bed, stack and glue them together, then glue them onto the bed. Glue extra poster board to the front of the nightstand too, making sure to leave a little space before the bends. Cover the bed and nightstand with scrapbook paper, cut another piece of poster board, cover it, glue it above the bed for the headboard to make a pop-out bed and nightstand that can easily fold down for easy storage. Now let's decorate the room. On the other wall, use a ruler to lightly draw lines. Then I use an X-Acto knife to cut on the lines drawn. I made several rectangles with little spaces in between, so when I remove the cutouts, to make a window. Use paper to frame the window. To define the window, I added a metallic trim around the headboard. Use paper for baseboards on the bottom of the walls. I make bedding from our doll tumbler room video. Make a few throw pillows for a little touch of color. Use a cut piece of faux fur as a throw at the bottom of the bed. Take an empty glitter container. After cleaning it out, add some artificial plants. Set it on the nightstand along with one of our printable books to to make a simple, elegant doll room. And when playtime is over, I store the accessories in a plastic bag and fold up the room until next time. For this project, I like to use white poster board because colored poster board can start to wear at the seams. The bed is strong enough to support the weight of the doll. However, since this is a paper craft, make sure to handle it with care. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
Our most recent move damaged many of our sets, so we are going to make new, easy-to-store rooms using recycled shipping boxes, glue sticks, a color pencil, and scrapbook paper. I start by removing the tabs from the box. On the fold of one of the corners of the box, I draw a large square, cut on the lines drawn, to make an angled piece of cardboard. I cut a single square of cardboard to complete the floor for my corner room. Now here's the fun part. I take the walls from my room and begin decorating them with scrapbook paper. Once the walls are done, it's time for the floor. Once covered, I slide the floor in place to complete my room. And when we're done playing, it all folds up neatly until next time. But why stop at just one room? We make another to show an outside scene. And since my board is too large for a single sheet of scrapbook paper, I cut two to blend. Then I can set the rooms up side to side to make a large play area. Make the room to fit any size doll. Use scrap pieces of paper to add fun details. Add your favorite accessories to finish off the room. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
Thank you for joining us for this My Froggy Stuff mashup. Let us know what mashups you would like to see in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at My Froggy Stuff and the Frog Vlog. And we will see you next time.